Even though the Holy Knights have only just appeared, I'm sure that I can show you the powers of the whole group, and I will do it just by understanding Oda's writing. Most likely you have noticed that Eiichiro Oda often incorporates themes, motifs, and patterns into character groups in One Piece. Kaido's crew being based on cards, Joker, King, Queen, Jack, etc. is a great example, and you might have noticed others as well. However, I'm sure you haven't noticed that nearly every group is associated with a theme. Big Mom's crew is heavily inspired by sweets and food. Her children are named after or designed around desserts and food items like Charlotte Cracker, Charlotte Smoothie, Charlotte Pudding, and Charlotte Katakuri. Whole Cake Island, the home base of the Big Mom Pirates, reflects this theme with its candy-coated and dessert-filled landscapes. The Admirals are based on colors and animals inspired by Japanese folklore. Aokiji's nickname is Blue Pheasant, Akainu's is Red Dog, Kizaru is Yellow Monkey, and we have two new admirals, Purple Tiger Fujitora and Green Bull Ryokugyu. The agents in Baroque works are ranked by numbers and paired with code-named partners, Mr. 1 and Ms. Doublefinger, Mr. 2 Bon Clay, Mr. 3 and Miss Golden Week. The lower the number, the stronger the agent. The CP9 members are associated with animals reflected in their Zoan devil fruits and personalities. Leopard Lucci, Giraffe Kaku, Wolf Jabra, and so on. We have another animal association, but only with nicknames, and this group is the 7 Warlords. We have Crocodile, Hawkeye Mihawk, Doflamingo, Kuma, Boa Hancock, etc. The last theme we saw was at Egghead. The Gorosei are based on planets: Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn. These themes add depth to the groups and give them unique identities within the One Piece world. It makes the story even more interesting and also helps Oda to come up with ideas and abilities easily. I am 100% sure that Oda will do the same thing with the Holy Knights. They seem to be one of the most important groups in the whole anime, so why would he change his pattern now? Also, we already have hints about this current pattern. But before I show you the hints, just think about it. The Holy Knights are under the control of the Gorosei. Figarland Garling was promoted from being the leader of the Holy Knights to becoming one of the Gorosei, meaning he was promoted to being a planet. Planets and zodiac signs are deeply interconnected in astrology, forming the foundation of how celestial movements are believed to influence personality traits, behaviors, and life events. Each zodiac sign is associated with a specific planet, which is believed to rule or influence that sign's energy, and so on, but this ain't a video about astrology, so in short, planets rule zodiac signs. Even with simple logic, we can speculate that the Holy Knights are based on zodiac signs. At first, we must understand the true power of this organization. The Gods Knights are forces who act as the official law enforcers of the Holy Land of Marijua, with authority to oversee the world nobles. They have operated under the command of Saint Figarland Garling, but he was promoted to one of the 5 elders and replaced Jai Garcia Saturn. Now, the leader of this group is his son, Figarland Shamrock, who is based on an astrological sign, Gemini. I'll explain everything soon. The Gods Knights work to enforce the rules and way of life that the world nobles have grown accustomed to, much like how regular police officers work with normal citizenry. If a world noble acts in a way that defies how a proper celestial dragon should, such as knowing kindness towards those of lower class, the Gods Knights will punish them accordingly. The Gods Knights also participate in Hunger Games, which we saw at the God Valley incident. That's where we saw the first hint. If you count them, you can clearly see that there are 12 of them. There are 12 zodiac signs as well. Yes, this might not be the strongest hint, as Oda is known for occasionally changing character designs and silhouettes between their initial reveals and their full appearances. For example, Kaido was first shown as a shadowy figure after Doflamingo's defeat in Dressrosa. His silhouette appeared massive with a more ambiguous, wild, and hulking design. The same thing happened with Big Mom and, most importantly, with the Shichibukai. The final number and designs of the Holy Knights might be different, so let's move on to the next hint. Gunko's abilities. Gunko has eaten the arrow fruit, which grants the ability to create bandage-like strips with ends shaped like arrowheads. Gunko can detach those strips and use them offensively by coiling them around other people and constricting them painfully or choking them by levitating the strips. Why do you think Oda gave her the ability of arrows? It's not a coincidence. It's because she is based on the zodiac sign Sagittarius. Shamrock Figarland is based on Gemini because Shanks Shanks and Shamrock are twins. On God Valley, 38 years ago, besides Garling, we saw a large person wearing a bovine skull mask and wielding a staff weapon of some sort. I will speculate that this character is based on the Taurus zodiac sign. The zodiac signs often represent a wide variety of personalities and traits. Their powers, fighting styles, or personalities could mirror these traits. Many of you may not like astrology in real life, but trust me, creating a character with zodiac traits, especially when Oda is the one doing it, will be amazing. You can have high hopes, as I believe the Holy Knights will be one of my favorite organizations in One Piece. Before I move on to the possible powers of the other Holy Knights, let's talk about Loki. Why do they want to recruit Loki? What position will he fill, and why now? Shanks captured Loki 6 years ago. Loki almost managed to free himself at first, but Elbaf's strongest giants were able to work together to hold him down and prevent his escape for the time being by wrapping him in sea stone chains across Treasure Tree Adam in the underworld. The Holy Knights had 6 years to try and recruit him to become one of them, so why now? Because Figarland Garling has been promoted to one of the Gorosei, and now they are looking for a replacement. The Holy Knights are a specific number, and it's not surprising as the world government works like that. There are 9 members in CP9, 3 admirals, and 7 Shichibukai. Also 4 Yonkos and 5 Gorosei. This system keeps balance. As I've already mentioned, I believe there are 12 Holy Knights. Currently there are 11 after Garling's promotion, so there is one zodiac sign missing. Which zodiac sign could Loki be? In chapter 1137, we saw how stubborn Loki is. He rejected the gods' knights' offer to join their ranks, refusing to sink to the level of the celestial dragons due to his hatred towards them, even though it cost him a chance at freedom. He was even ready to die and sacrifice his friend, and now he's unconscious. He's also very loyal to his traditions, powerful, and has high goals like destroying the whole world. He even has the high status of a prince. His shadow side is that he is overly rigid, prideful, and manipulative in pursuit of his goals. Visually, he has a muscular build, long hair, horns, and a traditional Viking aesthetic. All these traits hint that he is based on the Capricorn zodiac sign. I believe those who know astrology already guessed it before I named it. There are 2 options for how the story will continue. After seeing the last chapter, I'm unsure what could happen for Loki to join the Holy Knights, so for now there are only 11 of them, and I think that's the perfect number. There are 10 Straw Hats at Elbaf right now, and I believe the 11th Straw Hat, Vivi, will join them soon as well. The problem is, I don't think the Straw Hats are strong enough to fight the Holy Knights. Shamrock and Gunko are confident that they can stop the strongest giant in Elbaf if he decides to lie to them after freeing him, so these 2 are extremely powerful. Yes, Shamrock is the leader, but I don't think the other Holy Knights are any less powerful. They're so strong and important that even the Revolutionary Army is waiting for their move. Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji can fight anyone. Jinbei, Frankie, and Brook are strong as well, but I don't see Nami, Vivi, or Chopper defeating any of the Holy Knights. We are at the final arc, and the Straw Hats will get another power-up, but still, it doesn't make any sense to me. The second option is that, even though the numbers match perfectly, still, the Holy Knights will fight Luffy and the Revolutionary Army's alliance. Some strong members might join them as well. That would be more logical to me, but if Oda manages to make Straw Hats versus Holy Knights look like Eni's lobby 1v1 fights, then I will be the happiest person in the world. This is a topic for another video though, so let's get back to zodiac signs and the possible powers of the Holy Knights. At the start of this video, I mentioned that every group has associations to some kind of theme, but that doesn't mean the theme automatically reflects their powers. For example, the Big Mom Pirates have thematic abilities. CP9 had thematic devil fruits as well, but on the other hand, the Beast Pirates did not have abilities connected to cards. The Gorosei didn't have planetary powers either, and there's a middle ground. The Shichibukai don't have animal powers, but Doflamingo has a flamingo aesthetic. Mihawk has specific eyes like a hawk, Boa Hancock is connected to Medusa Gorgona, a snake, and so on. It's the same situation with the admirals. The colors describe their clothes and powers. From what we've seen so far, I think it's really complicated with the Holy Knights. If we take Shamrock, he's a Gemini because he has a twin brother, but if we take Gonku, she's a Sagittarius because she has powers connected to this sign. This makes things difficult to predict and makes it interesting for the story at the same time. I'll still try to tell you what you might expect according to the characteristics of the zodiac signs. Let's begin. Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of war. We can expect the Aries Holy Knight to have fire-based powers or enhanced physical strength, emphasizing emphasizing their aggressive fighting style. They could have a ram-shaped power, or a power that increases their combat speed and aggression, maybe even going into a berserk state. Sounds like a good opponent for Chopper if he gets a new berserk form, like he did at Ennie's lobby. Given the crab's protective shell, the Cancer Holy Knight might have a powerful defense mechanism like shields, barriers, or even a giant shell. They could also have powers tied to water or oceans, creating tidal waves or manipulating water for both defensive and offensive attacks. They might also possess healing abilities or powers that focus on protecting allies. Jinbei would be a good opponent. Leo is associated with royalty and the sun rules over it. The Leo Holy Knight could wield powers related to light, heat, or solar energy, creating blinding light or fiery attacks. They might also have enhanced physical strength, capable of overwhelming enemies with raw power. Virgos are known for their precision, so the Virgo Holy Knight could have sharp, precise attacks, possibly using swords, daggers, or needles with incredible accuracy. They might also have abilities related to healing or purifying. Their powers could focus on strategy, analysis, or even manipulating the environment in organized ways. Libras are associated with harmony and balance. The Libra Holy Knight could possess powers that manipulate balance or gravity, perhaps allowing them to shift the weight of objects or make attacks feel lighter or heavier. We have already seen similar devil fruits, such as Miss Valentine's Kiro Kiro no Mi and Fujitora's Zushi Zushi no Mi. Scorpios are known for their intensity and sting. The Scorpio Holy Knight could have a poisonous or venomous ability, capable of injecting poison or toxins through their weapons or even via their own body. Alternatively, they could be skilled in stealth or subterfuge, using invisibility or surprise attacks. Aquarius could have powers to control water, ice, or even liquid metal. They might be able to create water-based constructs or summon freezing winds. Alternatively, they could be technologically advanced, using gadgets or mechanical constructs to manipulate the environment. Pisces is known for their imaginative and spiritual nature. The Pisces Holy Knight could have the power to create illusions, control dreams, or manipulate the spiritual realm. I will repeat that not all of the Holy Knights have to embody the powers of these zodiac signs. Some might have personality or visual traits, but no matter what Oda decides, I am sure they will be amazingly written characters. The only remaining question is, what is Loki's role in the story? If you want to get the answer to this question, you can watch this video right here. Thanks for watching.